Hi, and welcome back to Tech Your Game. I'm Paul Limpert, and today we're going to talk about a little known Google app called Google Keep. Now, Google Keep is going to revolutionize the way you take notes, the way you get organized, and how much stuff you carry around. It's also going to be a huge help for you at conferences and coaches, clinics, and all of those places we go to gather information, whether that information is on somebody's notepad or in somebody's playbook. You're going to be able to capture it with Google Keep, and you're going to have it forever. Today on Tech Your Game. Okay, today we're talking about Google Keep, and Google Keep is just Google's indigenous note-keeping app. All right, and not a lot of people use it right now. Most people are on Evernote, or they're scratching things in their notebook, or they're on OneNote for Microsoft. But Google Keep has a lot of cool things that you can do as a coach to help keep track of all the different files that you need to keep track of. Now, I'm going to move in and out of using my phone screen. This is my phone screen right here, and using the Keep app within Google itself, which looks a lot like this when you set it up. Okay, so to get there, and I'll just close this out, you're just going to go to keep.google.com like you are every other Google app, and all of your notes, and this is not my main coach's page, but this is the one I'm using for you guys today. All of your notes are ordered inside of here. Now, how do they get there? Well, that's where I'm going to go back to the phone. You know, when you're at conferences and you're at coaching clinics and all of that, and somebody pulls out a really cool looking hand-drawn play and you want to get it down right away? Well, inside your phone, if you go to your Google apps, and I'm going to click on mine here, you can go to Keep, and right there, right now, you can take your phone, all right, you can click on the camera, and wherever your phone happens to be pointing, I'm going to take a photo. All right, so in this case, I'm looking right at my computer, and I can see something I want to take a picture of, and then I would just snap the picture like I take a regular photo, and it would come back and it would allow me to edit that photo if I want, or accept it. In this case, I'm just going to say okay. So I click on it, it saves the photo, and it starts a note for me. All right, now when I start a note, I'm going to want to keep track of those notes in a way that allows me to find it later. So I didn't name that one. I'm going to go back into it. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to type down here, coaches, computer, screen, in this case. And then I'll just put a note in there that says, what do I need? Collage of coaches' notes. Okay, now, right down here on the right-hand side, bottom, is a little 3-dot pad, which allows you to organize things a little bit better. So what you can do is you can color it. Maybe if all your coaches' collage notes are going to be blue, you can make it blue. You can add a label and enter in a label. So that you can find it later. So this one will be labeled Oaches, not Oaches. All right, but coaches, notes from the computer. Oh, there it is. Okay, and then I just go back. And right now, when I close out of this, okay, it organizes that note as the last note I took. Now, it immediately comes onto my desktop here. And as you can see, right into the desktop, there's the note I just took. It gives me a few other options here. I can add a collaborator. I can send it to an assistant coach right now and say, hey, check this out, see if you like it, and get back to me. I can remind myself by clicking on this and click a reminder on it. Later today at 8 p.m., remind me to go look at this note because I don't have time for it right now. I'm in the middle of a clinic. Okay, I can add an image to it if there's something else I want to add. I can archive it. And again, I can go back in here. I can delete that note. I can add a label, which I already did, but I can add another one. I can add a drawing to it. All right, so it just gives me drawing tools here that I can pick up and just draw a random drawing and add that to my note, and it adds it right in here next to my note. I can trash that drawing if I didn't like it. I can attempt to grab the image text, and what that will do is it will come in here and it will try to read the text from my screen, and then it will print it out. If it can't read it, if it's not intelligible, you won't get anything. In this case, it's still working, but it doesn't seem to be picking up the text. We'll show you that here in a little bit. All right, and then I'm done with it. It's back here. If I want to save it to the top of my screen, I come up here to the right top of the note and I can pin it. And what'll happen is everything else will be below that note, and that note will be prominently pinned to the top of my board. Okay, so right away, there's an application where you just take your phone, take a picture of the screen, take a picture at the clinic of somebody's drill, and you have a copy of it right away. Here's a drill that is a good example of that. You want to take this drill and you want to copy it and make a collaborator. I can say, send that to my other email. I can save it. And that note will be shared to the Keep Notepad for my other account or my other coach. Okay, and again, if I want to just add labels on so I can find it better later, that's football coaching. All right, I'm done. Maybe I give it the same color as the other note. So I go back into the color palette and I make it dark blue, then it's done. Okay. And if I want to make sure that I look at it later, I might put a reminder on me later today at 8 p.m. Remind me to go back and look at that note. And a lot of other things. Now, one I really like for coaches is the use of checkboxes. Okay. And the way you create these are, again, it's just a new note. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to put a checkbox together on my phone. So I'm going to go to the phone right here. Okay, and I'm going to give it a background where I can actually see it. All right, and if I want to create a checkbox, I'm going to come down here where it says checkboxes, and I'm going to say, make a note, items needed for team dinner. And I'll just start listing items. All right. I'm going to say pens, markers, team building stuff we're going to do. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go down and say paper, enter, dry, erase, markers, poster, board, and it will fill for me there, and I forgot to select that, but poster, board, it comes up and figures out where that should be. Okay, and easel. All right, and that's it. Now, I might put a reminder on it again, like anything else. When do I want to, or I might make it by time, or I might make it by place. Okay, and put the location down as where I want to be reminded and when, and I'll save that. So when my phone gets close to that location, it'll remind me to go find these things. Now, as I find them, here's the really cool part. As I check them off as having been picked up or loaded into my car, they get moved below the line. I can see that I've got them, and I can see that that's something on my list that I needed to get done, and then I can just keep checking off the things that as I get them done until I've finished the whole list. And then I know I'm ready to go for this team dinner event. Okay, again, just go back. There are still some things left to be picked up. When I get to that location, it's going to remind me, maybe at that location is where the rest of the things are, and it'll pop up a reminder and say, hey, you need to pick up the reminder of the things that you just said you needed. So if I go back to that page on Keep, I'm going to find it right here. Items needed for team dinner. 3 of them have been checked off. All right, and 3 of them are still left to be picked up. If I need to add anything, I'll just type it in right here and list another item. And I still have all the same tools. I can make it dark blue. I can come in here and add a label and make it football coaching. So the labels allows me to go back and find it later. Okay, the other cool part is, again, if you're just sketching out plays and you want to take a picture of it and send it to an assistant coach, or you want to take a picture of it and send it to a player and tell them, take a look at this is what I'm talking about, you can do that here. You can just go into collaborators and send it to them. Okay, click out. Drills. If I want to copy somebody's handwritten notes at a clinic, I can just take a picture of the handwritten notes and put an explanation on there of what it is. Just such a great tool for staying organized. And when I don't want something, when I'm done with this computer screen picture, I just come down here, I click on it, and I delete the note, and it's gone. I don't have to worry about it. All right. If I didn't want to see it pinned anymore, I could unpin it. So many things you can do with Google Keep to get yourself organized, to get a quick look at something. If you want to get, in this case, I just wanted to get a quick picture of my stat book before my stat person takes it away, and then I can carry that with me, and I can, blow it up and look at it later and get a good grip on my stats without having to actually have the book with me. All right, and then more checklists, maybe a checklist that you just need on a recurring basis, supplies needed for team building exercise. Whatever you want to do inside of Google Keep, all of your notes are here. If you want to archive one, schedule coach's meeting, and I'm going to go ahead and put that away for later to look at. I'll just click on the archive and it will archive it away, and I can go into the archive and pull it out later and take a look at it if I need to. So Google Keep on your phone that you carry everywhere. All right, this app will save you a ton of carrying bags, notebooks, paper that gets lost. Just take a picture, have a virtual note, stay organized, and really take off in terms of what you can do in leveraging Google Keep to make yourself a better coach. I hope this is helpful. If you need any more information, just put it down in the comments. Tell me what you think, and use Google Keep. You'll be glad you did. I'm Paul Limpert for Tech Your Game. You have a great day.